Hi there, really happy to see you back on my channel. In today's episode we are going to talk about career development, and I will share with you my top 3 tips that help me to move myself forward and become more professional, even though I started from scratch. And also at the end, make sure you watch this video till the end, because there is one small bonus for everyone who is in entry level. If you want to build yourself for success, so make sure you also have this small habit integrated in your daily routine. But now let's get started. First and foremost, of course, I need to set the benchmark. I'm moved to Germany approximately 10 years ago. I got my master here, and I started from scratch building my career in IT and business sphere. So that's why I'm really experiencing everything from scratch. Right now I'm working as the Surface Experience Manager at Audible. I worked there for 4.5 years, and it's been a journey. I learned a lot. I got promotions. I've been transitioning to the different teams, different roles, and I definitely learned a lot. So that's a key learning that I've got from that experience. I'm going to share with you in this video. Let me start from the one really basic rule that I appreciate I introduced into my career routine. It's setting up the New Year's resolution, so-called. But in every big company, corporate world is usually appreciating when people are thinking about their career, because in that case, anything that comes along with your daily job coming as the win-win situation. So that's why for employees and for employer, it's really important to have the career development plan. This career plan by itself keeps the employee motivated, and of course brings this level of courage to move on and to always chase some new big goals, big ambitious goals. So that's why for every year that starts, I'm trying to also reflect not only on my personal New Year's resolution, but also my professional one. So that's why I'm sitting down and analyzing the year in retrospective, and I'm thinking what would be my key motivation for this year. Of course, despite the fact that things are changing, and the only thing that is constant is the changes. I personally have been going through different reorganizations in a few companies where I worked already. I have an experience of working in the industry for 8.5 years already, so I'm hitting 10 years anniversary very, very soon. But my key understanding of the corporate world lays on the feel that you need to always think proactively what you want to happen to you in your career professional path, but also not diminishing the fact that there might be some obstacles that you are not controlling. But creating this New Year's resolution always helps me, because I used to stick for the list for 3-5 main points where I see my biggest focus for growth next year. And sometimes I'm making them at the beginning of the year. Usually I'm making them a bit more blurry, like without more concrete actions, because you never know what's going to be, how the year is going to be unfolding for you. But having this understanding, general or visionary understanding of how your year should look like, you would really appreciate if it going that way, helps already to identify some options that are coming your way along the year. So also, as I'm working in a huge company, Audible, we also do have the end-year review that usually helps me to understand, okay, what was my achievement, how my manager sees my achievement, what would be my manager recommendation to me to grow, and what would be my personal intake into my career development. Also, if you are working in huge companies or smaller companies, depends on the corporate culture you have there. Usually your manager, your line manager, is providing you this kind of discussion where you go in step by step and creating your career plan more in depth. But if you don't, so take your responsibilities on yourself and create your New Year's resolution, so then you have it as a North Star for you moving along the year that you are approaching. And of course, let me know if you do already have your New Year's resolution for your professional life. Let's check how many of us are doing this already. Second major habit that I wish I would have earlier is keeping track of all the important projects and my contributions along the year. That's such a big lift for me to create my end-year review, mid-year review, and in general to erase the imposter syndrome whenever I'm going down and thinking that I'm an imposter. I really recommend you to keep track of all the meaningful work you've done. Of course, not as detailed as like creating the data sheet for everything that's been done by you, but rather at the end of every month, I, for example, go to my sit with my laptop and analyze what kind of work I've done through this month, and trying to highlight at least 2, 3, maybe 1 projects that's been the most significant for my team, for my company, for myself. And also by doing this, I always look into retrospective. I always think what can be done better, so that's my way of also practicing and understanding my role, my future improvements. That helps me also. By doing this, I also improve my career, because I'm just becoming more experienced person who is not only doing but also analyzing and doing some after homework, so to say. For this habit, I prefer to use OneNote that I keep on my working laptop, where I keep track of all my work throughout the week. By the way, let me know if you really want to dig into more details, how I organize my meeting notes, my working notes, so I keep track of all the things without being overwhelmed. But at the end of the month, I usually have a huge list of all the things I worked on, and it's quite easy for me to go through them, to analyze, and to pick up the cherry picking, the one that I really want to be peacocking about to my manager, to my team, or even to my big boss. So that helps a lot, as well as giving you possibility to create the arguments whenever you are asking for any promotions. And the third major habit that I really hear quite often appearing in any corporate discussion talking about promotion is the habit of working on your visibility. I know that for extroverted people it might be sounding more attractive than for introverted people, but it's very important to build your image not inside your team but also outside of the team. So that's why it's really important to participate some meetings. As one of our female leader at company says, that when you are in the meeting and you haven't say any words, count it like you have never been on that meeting. So that's why it's very important, even though you are on your early career steps, to start working on your visibility, on your image, how other people are reading you as the professional there. Because when it turns out to put your name into the promotion list, it's usually based on the image that you created, how people are pursuing you, how people are seeing you, how people really believe that you can do the next step forward. So working on your visibility will pay you off definitely in long-term perspective. And it doesn't mean like being like pleasing people. It's rather like owning your own values, staying authentic to yourself. So that's why I'm really encouraging you to think about visibility, to go for some regular coffee chat with people, to try to contribute to some impact group communication, to take some responsibilities on organizing something like team events. People would appreciate that, and people would see your face appearing not only behind some emails that no one likes to read, but also behind something that is more bringing more fun or creating this nice positive images. So by having these 3 tips, having your New Year's resolution, reflecting back on your monthly contribution, and building your visibility inside the company, you have no chance to stay in the same position for 10 years. But if you are at the early career stage, I have a bonus for you. If you want to grow fast, I would recommend you to also contribute to some meaningful projects apart from your work. I mean, apart from your business as usual duties. In our company, for example, we do have Activate Caring, when people are contributing their work time to do something meaningful for society around us. So that's why if you are trying to gain some visibility, you want to be seen as a professional, you want to be seen in general, but not only taking the back seats and doing silently your work, also consider the way of building your visibility is to contribute to activate caring. From my experience, I see that more senior people usually avoiding those activities, but for new joiners, it's really good way to network at work and contribute the meaningful resources to the not only the corporate itself, but also to the world that surrounds us. I hope my tips help you, and share with me what helps you to create a great career journey for you and moves your professional development forward. And stay with me. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.